2.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, police arrest suspects following ATM robbery inside River State University. PDP governors to meet in Abuja today. Airport workers fear job loss ahead of federal government's plan to concede 4 airports. On the foreign scene, Japan suspends use of millions of doses of Moderna vaccine. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Police say over 20 million naira was stolen from the bank ATM inside the River State University yesterday morning. Police spokesperson in River State, Nnamdi Omoni, told correspondent Subiruware the matter is being investigated.
That they were dressed in police uniforms at the realm of speculation. Well, I can confirm that yesterday unknown thieves burgled the ATM gallery at the River State University and scattered away money running into millions of naira. About 20-something million naira was taken away from the ATM gallery. They damaged the 4 ATM stands and looted the treasury.
SP Omoni said some persons have been arrested in connection with the robbery.
Commissioner led his team to place, had an on-the-spot assessment of the place. Then the CP has directed that the state service will take over the investigation. So far, we have the security men and persons that we are around when this incident took place. They are helping us. We have also invited the bankers to assist us in our investigation. We have about 5 or so of them, 5 of them in our custody now, in helping us. Because as at the time I left the station, they were still there. So I don't know if they have been given bail or not. But they were there when I left the station.
Online reports said the gunmen who robbed the ATM were dressed in police uniform. The bank ATM gallery is located at the motor park of the River State University, less than 100 meters away from the police station. Moving on. CDC chairman of Rumosi community, Achinike Akani, says the community is not aware of a den in the community where people are chained and subjected to inhumane treatment. The den is in the guise of a church with the name Holy Christ Army Church Worldwide. While speaking with our correspondent, he said the community have alerted the police.
We are not aware. Actually, the land is being bought by somebody. They rented the place and built a kind of a structure in the land. First, the place is being fenced, put gates. So what the activities going on in there, nobody is aware of it. But from what we saw this morning, they put some people chained. When we ask questions, they say they are mad. So we try to interview those people they chained. The way we are speaking to, you will know that they are mad people. But what the community is saying is that we are not in support of what they are doing there. Luckily enough, the government has visited the place yesterday. Both Choba Division and other divisions did not arrest anybody. So what we are begging now as a community is that government should come and take those people to psychiatric hospital.
On his part, the youth president of the community, Frank Clement, said the community leadership will find out how the church got the land it is currently occupying. He said there are plans to go around the community to ensure that such dens are not operating in the guise of churches.
Actually, that land is not owned by the church. By our investigation, what we saw there, it's a land that has been bought for a very long time. Don't know actually the owner of the land. We still go more to see exactly how we are going to do and what the effort we are going to do to make sure that the right thing is being done. While we were just discussing with the CDC chairman this morning, he has said that we'll have a joint meeting tomorrow by 4 o'clock. And the main aim of that meeting is to go around the community to see how what is happening in the community and to see a way whereby we can stop all these things that is happening.
Recall that our correspondent who visited the den reported that hefty young men, young and elderly women all had red mud smeared all over their bodies and walked around the compound barefooted. Most of the young men were in scanty clothing. Our correspondent also saw 3 people. One of the women who spoke to our correspondent said she was taken to the place.
I had to buy something. They start beating me up there. Beat me up this way and beat me. And now people came here. And this guy is saying that he's going to break somebody's head here. Then now I'm telling them that why would I hold my leg? A grown up there. I'm not 18 years. I'm a government child. Somebody cannot keep me this way and be expecting me to stay here under rain and under sun. For what?
Earlier, an eyewitness narrated how the young girl, who said she was brought to the place and chained against her will, was found at Alu after she escaped from the church.
The 3 men, 2 of them, take two came. They start flogging this girl. The face here, it's here. Blood start rushing out. The woman that claimed that she's her mother, before that hand was looking at them. He said, "You are not my mother. I don't know you from anywhere. And I'm not mad. Where are you taking me to? I'm suffering there. Please, people, Mona go call police. Make police follow us, go the place where they call church. So say they want to do the deliverance for me. Now I do fine hair. Now them baba my hair. This woman I don't know before."
In the meantime, the matter was reported to Choba Police Division. The River State Police Command is yet to speak on this. At least 3 people were injured following a fire outbreak at the Abodima Wharf in Port Harcourt. The blaze caused panic in the area as online videos showed at least 20 petrol tankers attempting to move away from the scene at the same time. No official source has confirmed the actual cause of the fire, but our correspondent gathered that it started from an illegal crude oil refinery. Our correspondent, who spoke to the Federal Fire Service Commanding Officer, Audu Alpha, who joined.
We tried our best with the help of other fire service agencies that came. We were able to put up the fire. But when we are trying to know exactly where the smoke was coming up, then the call came from coming houses that is Abolomwa Wharf. Immediately I called my men, we turned out there's no life lost, but some damages, property lost, worth millions. Yeah, I will try to make investigation, but the guys I met there were not straightforward. But I know it's concrete fuel from my observation and experience. What I saw is like a shanties, a block of shanties. It's not a building.
DSF Alpha also advised the public to promptly call the Federal Fire Service emergency numbers 0816 925 0435 and 0908 875 5743 when there is a fire incident in their area.
My advice to the general populace or residents that anytime they see fire, they should not underrate it at the initial stage, because fire, when you start, it can escalate. Anytime they see fire, they should call the nearest fire service or call fire service. Most of the challenges we always have, like where we are coming from, Federal Secretariat. Before we go to this place, it took us time. The motorists, they will see a fire engine coming with siren and all that. Some of them will not give way. This fire we are going to put off, we are not the one that set the fire, put the fire on.
The Plateau State Commissioner for Information, Dan Manjang, says the government is putting mechanisms in place to ensure the safety of Jos residents after recent attacks on some communities led to the death of many. Speaking on Channels Television, he said the crisis in Plateau State is eroding the gains of the government.
As a state government, everything that is humanly possible that we need to do within the ambits of the law, and some of those things is the curfew that was put in place to be able to let the security take charge of the place and to further safeguard lives and property. We sent the security people to the area. The corpses that you see that were taken to the Plateau State House of Assembly, we evacuated them to the mortuary, and this morning there are plans to go and bury them. What people should understand is that we are not happy about even an animal that is killed wrongly. The state governor is not happy because this matter has taken us so many years backwards.
Mr. Manjan said at the moment investigations are on to uncover the cause of the recent attacks.
The onus rests squarely on those that are doing the investigation. When they do the investigation, we would now know what actually went wrong. But what went wrong is that people were killed. We don't want to stereotype people. The most important thing is that arrests have been made, and from when these people are interrogated, probably we'll get confessional statements, and we would actually know whether there are collaborators. But as it is now, what went wrong is man's inhumanity to man.
The government had reimposed the 24-hour curfew in Jos North local government area. The curfew follows a recent attack that saw over 30 people killed and several others injured, with houses set ablaze. The newly appointed Director Defense Information Major General Benjamin Olufemi Sawyer has appealed to the media to continue to project the image of the armed forces of Nigeria positively by leveraging its prowess to change the negative perception and narrative about the security situation in the country. He said this is necessary for Nigerians to appreciate the selfless sacrifices of men and women of the AFN. He made the call when he paid a familiarization visit to the Director Generals of Voice of Nigeria at Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria at their offices in Abuja. Major General Sawyer expressed his appreciation for the great work the media is doing. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle has called for a state of emergency in the north over its security challenges in the region. He made the call at a meeting with an Assistant Inspector General of Police, Ali Janga, at the Government House in Gusau on Wednesday.
If these bandits can have the heart to go off to NDE to kidnap and army officers, I think the northern Nigeria has to be declared a state of emergency on security. Because if from Zamfara to Sokoto cannot be accessed, we're in trouble. So this is not the matter of politics, but it was unfortunate here in the north. Particularly some politicians are happy with what is happening because what they think is it was when people been killed that they may have some way to come out and campaign.
On his part, AIG Ali Janga said insecurity in the state and country will soon be a thing of the past.
With the support you are giving the police here in Zamfara, the security challenges will soon be a thing of the past. Sir, the police authority has procured and is still buying more equipments, heavy equipments, that enable the police here in Zamfara and the country at large to challenge or to take the war to the bandits. I don't need to mention some of the equipments the government or the police authority has purchased, but I'm giving you that assurance, sir. Very soon we'll have cause to laugh, not here in Zamfara, but the country at large too.
PDP governors are to meet in Abuja this evening. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Aminu Tambuwal, in consultation with his colleagues, summoned an emergency meeting of the forum. The meeting will discuss recent developments in the PDP. Still ahead, airport workers fear job loss ahead of federal government's plan to concede 4 airports. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The media aide to President Buhari Garbashew says the president only ordered for an audit of grazing reserves in the country and did not ask for them to be reopened. Mr. Shehu, who was reacting to comments by Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State on grazing routes in the country while speaking on Channels Television, said the president gave the directive based on a report from the Ministry of Agriculture.
What the president did lately is nothing that should have warranted these insults, because he has set up a committee under the chief of staff and technical people to audit grazing land. There are reports as submitted by the Ministry of Agriculture indicating that these reserves are in as many as 24 states. Is that true? Can you audit, verify? If they come to your state and they find that these facts are not, is the government not auditing Niger Delta Development Commission now? And the fact that you are auditing, does that presuppose that people are already guilty? If you see government going in a direction that you don't want, you can complain.
He accused Governor Ortom of having hatred for the Fulani people in Benue State.
Is that the way to treat a president of this country? Because the president does not speak, because he is a decent gentleman who does not order executions, as we have had in the history of this country. The Benue people are largely peaceful, they are law abiding, and they love their neighbors. This wedge driving by Governor Ortom between Benue and their neighbors has got to stop. In any case, if he doesn't, less than 2 years from now, they have an opportunity to put in a governor who will reconstruct and restore their relationships with everyone, including the Fulani, for whom he has so much hatred, and he's driving towards Rwanda if care is not taken.
All Grace Energy Limited says it will continue to partner with its host community to boost human capital development through education. The chairman of All Grace Energy Limited, Anthony Adegbulugwe, stated this during an awards ceremony for recipients of its maiden scholarship program. The chairman, All Grace Energy Limited, Professor Anthony Adegbulugwe, who was ably represented by Adeola Adenikinju, explained that the program was one of the company's corporate social responsibility aimed at providing opportunities for indigent students of its host community. He further advised the recipients to make good use of the opportunity and stay focused on achieving their goals.
We are committed to contribute to the development of our community. Part of the objective of this company is to bring about an interface between energy development and community development. And one way by which we think, and very centrally, is through education. Education provides a pathway for young people to be able to achieve their dreams. So what we have done is to actually introduce a scholarship scheme, which we just started. We believe that, through this education support, that these minds would be developed in a way that they will be useful not just to themselves, to the community, but also to Nigeria.
Some beneficiaries and a parent who spoke to our correspondent thanked the company for such a gesture and promised to put it their best to be good ambassadors of their community and the company.
I'm happy that I was among the awardees today. This is because I'm trying to finish my program in school. I needed the support to cover my thesis and my practicals and all. This gesture from All Grace to really help me to finish my program.
I'm very happy today because of the opportunity that All Grace have given some Nigerian students in order to enhance their education.
By the grace of God, I'm a recipient of the scholarship award. I feel very grateful to God and I feel very grateful to the company and also to my community for this ample opportunity.
It's a thing to be appreciated because indeed it's not easy for a company like All Grace to come out and give our children this honorable scholarship. So it's a way to lift our burden off our shoulders.
Also, stakeholders from the host community, Ubima, uploaded the initiative by the company to the community.
This company has taken the community to another level. It has really transformed the life of our people because some of these awardees doesn't even have somebody to care for them. But with the aid of this company, I think they're going to move to greater heights.
In fact, I'm very happy because since 1963, this oil was discovered, but we didn't get anything. But now I'm very happy that we are now counted as one of the oil community in River State and Nigeria's land. I'm very happy today for this occasion because they have made us proud.
In business, there are fears that airport workers will lose their jobs following the plan by the federal government to concede 4 of the nation's international airports. The chairman of the Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Port Harcourt branch, Razak Ademasang, in an interview with our correspondent, said the union will always protect the interest of workers. He said FAN is in financial crisis.
The concern of workers, the fear still remains that majority of workers will lose their job because you don't expect a concessionaire to come in and get all this terminal and other services and still maintain the same workforce FAN is maintaining for now. And that one is clear that definitely they will downsize. Labor issue have not been addressed, and definitely we are after the welfare of our workers, and that is the basic thing, that is the essence of the union. And if the workers' issues or the welfare have been addressed, so we will not have any fear. But presently, FAN is in crisis financially. More than 140 billion are pending, which they have done the analysis. Though our union, our national leaders who they held a rally in Lagos yesterday, we are still coming over to all the region, the 4 major airports that was a mark for concession.
On his part, the chairman, National Union of Air Transport Workers Employees, Port Harcourt International Airport, Felix Owefe, also questioned the concession process.
The modalities to which the concession want to be carried out, what we are against. If government said they want to concession their property, let the due process be followed. What happened to the staff? The minister is actually not following the process. So the union is saying no to concession based on the arrangement the government is putting on ground. We have about 8,000 to 12,000 workers in FAN nationwide. What happens to the staff? You've not told us. You are telling us that you are going to retain staff for 2 years. After 2 years, what happened to them? You just started with hopes of them. So they have not really sat down with the union to decide the modalities of concession. So for now, we will say no to concession until the government comes out with a blueprint, with a plan.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Japan has suspended the use of about 1.63 million doses of the Moderna vaccine due to contamination. The health ministry said foreign materials were found in some doses of a batch of roughly 560,000 vials. On the news this afternoon, you heard that the police have arrested suspects following the bank ATM robbery inside River State University. I told you that the PDP governors are set to meet today in Abuja. Airport workers fear job loss ahead of the federal government's plan to concede 4 airports. On the foreign scene, you heard that Japan has suspended use of millions of doses of Moderna vaccine due to contamination. The news was edited by Choma Zewafo. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Bye-bye for now.